What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I am joined by my co-host, my sister,
Darlene,
my brother, Derek.
What's up, everybody?
And our friend, Dan.
What's going on?
And this week, you guys, we're going to be talking about the movie 1983, I believe, Cujo, Stephen King's own. So we're going to be talking about that movie, seeing how it holds up in 2021. Short story, man, it doesn't. But
it do not.
But we will get to that. Of course, after we talk about that, we're definitely going to be talking about episode number 7 of WandaVision and the craziness that has gone on with that series. So we'll be talking about that. But let's get started with Cujo. Now, this is my first time watching this movie. I read the book in high school, and so I thought the movie would be really good, but it was 1983, so my expectations weren't that high. So I think that's probably why we kind of pre-talked about it. It's probably why I have, I'm going to use this term lightly, a higher opinion of the movie than all three of you.
It's just, my thing, this was also my first time seeing the movie. It's just, I was expecting so much. And I didn't get it. And I was just, not that it was like bad, it was just disappointing.
I got you. Yeah, my expectations weren't high. See, I think that's that thing where, you know, if you go into a movie with high expectations and it doesn't meet it, it's like, And I didn't think this movie was going to be anything. So I left it like, it's all right. But, so if you guys don't know what Cujo is about, it's a dog. Dog goes crazy and it eats people. There we go. So,
well, why does he go crazy? Because he had a rabies for chasing a rabbit and then got bitten by some bats.
Yeah,
so became a rabbit.
This is definitely an episode for rabies awareness. Rabies is real, you guys. Mm-hmm. It affects
it can make you crazy.
A lot of people. You know, I was thinking, what's up with bats and carrying all these things? Like, what bats? Come on, man.
The coronavirus?
They don't clean themselves, so whatever they pick up, they keep.
Well, yeah, they carry that, but they carry a lot of other stuff too. Like a lot of SARS diseases came from bats. So, you know, and coronavirus is a SARS. It's SARS-CoV-2, I think is what the name of the virus is. So, yeah, bats. What's the deal? Just saying.
Yeah, I think just stay away from
bats. Clean up, guys.
I need you to clean this cave up immediately.
Y'all be in that cave all night, man. Y'all can't take a shower real quick. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, some real hygiene bats.
Be in the cave all day. Clean each other. I mean, come on.
I think Bruce Wayne.
Be a bunch of y'all in there.
Bruce Wayne needs to pick a new alter ego.
Oh, you know he got some kind of disease. He just won't tell somebody because he's rich. Really bad for his image.
He started coronavirus. No. So, yeah, so a bat gave Cujo rabies, and slowly he started to descend into madness because rabies is a neurological. It affects the neural system, right?
Yes. So it can make animals act unpredictable and to become violent. So I'm not sure if your dog is rabies if he's going to eat you or not, but it can definitely make your dog violent.
All right, I got one thing to say.
I think he probably will bite you.
He might.
But will it hunt you and stalk you for 3 days?
Yeah, while you're in a car.
No, I don't think that will happen.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to get in there.
He was like that throughout this movie, though. He's like, I'm going to get in this car. Wait,
let me go answer this phone real quick. I'll be right back. But don't move.
All right, I want to talk about the family who owned Cujo. Y'all didn't notice the dog starting to slide a little bit? I'm just saying.
This was in my nitpicks. Like, this thing was bleeding from the nose, snot coming out of his eyes. Yeah. And y'all just like, I'm like, go check your dog. You don't see this?
Yeah, and the kid didn't notice to the last minute. I think something's wrong with Cujo. No, dude, the dog was looking like the first time you saw Cujo, he looked normal. And then like the next few times, I would have been like, hey, we might need to take this thing to the vet. Like something's wrong.
Like, it was obviously there. Obvious.
Yeah.
Like, he had giant eye boogers and stuff. And I'm like, what's going on? Plus that nasty infected bite on his nose.
Yeah, right. The bite on his nose.
I'm bad, like somebody smashed a strawberry.
Right, and I'm like, y'all not about to go check this out?
They should have noticed that when he came out and everyone was petting the dog. If you were a dog owner, and I mean, I work with plenty of people who are dog lovers, they would have noticed that. They would have noticed that right off. Yeah. Something was that mark on their dog. They're like, nope, this ain't right. What is this? We go into the vet.
Yeah. Check it out. Like, I mean, I'm not a pet person, so I don't really have pet. Like, I have fish. I don't have to worry about them going rabid on me. I mean, if I die,
even if they do, once they hop out the tank, threat's over.
Like, but
what you gonna do now, buddy?
Unless we're sitting right next to it.
I do feel like if I had a dog, and the way Cujo looked on the second or third day or whatever, I feel like I would have noticed and be like, hey, something's not right. Especially like Darlene said, he's like snotting out of his nose and got
his
blood
eyes.
And stuff. I'm like, something look off. This isn't, and it's not normally how he looks. So I would have been like, maybe I would have even thought he was sick. Maybe he's sick. I should take him to the vet.
And it's not like he's a dog that they didn't take care of, because the first Cujo, you could tell he was a well-kept and a well-groomed animal. So this is an animal that they pay attention to. But all of a sudden, when he's sick, you're paying attention to this dog? It didn't make any sense.
I even looked it up on like what would be the effects of rabies with a dog, and it was like the excessive drool as well would be a tell sign, because it was just like dogs drool, but it's just like when it was excessive like that, that's signs that there's some kind of disease going on with your dog.
Yeah, and it was definitely excessive, dude. I'm like, you know how much when it's gonna take for them to get all that slob off them cars? He slobbed all over that joint, man.
Yeah, I don't think I want that back.
Yeah, they probably don't want that.
They don't want that back.
It's like, dude, man, this nigga slobbering like crazy. I would have been more afraid of that than him biting me. Like, don't get that slob on me, though.
Right. That's what I was like. I'm like,
It was nasty.
I guess before I get into more nitpicks, because I got a few of them about the movie, we'll save that for last. But talking about the movie, so obviously, the main characters, the wife and the son, go to get their car fixed at the place where Cujo's living, and the car breaks down there while Cujo has already killed his owner. The rest of the family is on vacation, and they're trapped in the car as Cujo is trying to kill them. And that's basically the premise of the movie. Now, I don't know the pacing of this movie. I gave it a pass because it's 1983, but man, this is slow.
It's slow. I mean, it took 45 minutes to get to the heart of the story.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, they could have, I mean, it doesn't take an hour to establish your characters. So they could have established who the husband, the wife, the son, plus her side piece. We could have established all of that in a good 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like that was one of my faults, that it took so long to get to the main story. And you were just waiting for Cujo to go crazy.
Yeah, and I felt like I didn't understand them dwelling on the boy being scared
of monsters.
In his closet.
Yeah, it was
that in the book?
The only connection was when Cujo was attacking the car. Was like the monster is outside. The monster is outside.
Yeah,
it
was unnecessary.
Yeah,
you gotta be afraid of monsters when you're afraid of a dog attacking a car wildly like that.
I would have been
afraid. You can be completely immune to monsters, but if the dog attacks the car, you're gonna be scared. Monsters have nothing to do.
A dog the size of a human. Yeah, I don't have to be afraid of the dark to be scared of that.
Right.
Yeah.
He had a whole little
I felt like the whole concept of him being afraid of the dark had nothing to do with the story.
I'm wondering if that was in a book. I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
One thing I could say difference between movie and book, and it's been a long time since I read the book, but I think the movie kept things faithful, except for the end. But I feel like you felt more of the fear of them being trapped in the car because the book explained the feelings that were going on, and the movie didn't show that really too much. So I felt like the book was scarier than the movie, which is odd since I've seen the movie.
Yeah, they didn't really do a good job of like putting me in that space.
Yeah.
And I don't know because of like watching it again as an adult, but I thought I would have been more like scared. I was like watching it, I wasn't scared at all.
Yeah, I was just like annoyed because I'm like, when Cujo's trying to get into the passenger window, whole driver door wide open. You know what I'm saying? She's putting all her attention and rolling this window.
I'm like, close the door.
And your driver door is wide freaking open. And even when she got it up, she grabbed it. And I'm looking like, the driver door is still open. And she closed it at the last second when he ran around the car.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I found myself yelling at the TV like, close the door or get out of the car or it was just I'm like yelling at this stupid like what are you doing?
What about the end of the movie
when we get the nitpicks, and I know all of y'all are gonna feel me on the nitpick, but I got one major nitpick that it made me mad.
What about the end of the movie?
I wonder if it's the same one I got, but we gonna see.
What about the end of the movie when she needs to save her, like she's supposedly killed Cujo? She needs to get her son out of the car, but like he's trapped in the car, and she goes for the back window to break it when there was a window already broken.
There was a window already broken?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, that one's already cracked. Just hit that one. You could have hit that with your fist.
You have a shattered window.
This is even better. You have a gun.
Yeah, shoot
the window.
Shoot the window.
Yes.
She battered that glass with that gun, though.
Shattered window. If you're afraid of not being strong enough to break it, shoot the window. He's sitting in the back.
You don't have to do that when one of your windows is already broken.
Yeah.
Right. She was like, no, too easy. Then she went to the back of the car.
She's like trying to open the door when the window's broken. I'm just yelling at her, like, break the window. Just dumb. Dumb.
The side story is unimportant here. I really don't care if she was having an affair on her husband or whatever. None of that really mattered for the movie.
I want to say, I think in the book it was expounded on more.
It was.
Well, I think they added it because when the husband comes home and her side piece tore up the house, it was supposed to be like, oh, now everyone thinks he's the one that kidnapped. You know what I mean? I think it's so you just like establish the affair so then it can make people see a reason for him to do that. But we could have just did it all quicker. And then it served no purpose. Because we already knew that he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just like, well, yeah, he tore up the house. And then like, can we talk about how this dude goes like 0 to 100?
Yeah.
She's like, I don't want to have this affair anymore. Then all of a sudden he's stalking her and tearing up their pillows and mattresses. Like,
I was like, can this dude stop walking in their house? I was like,
okay, so you had an affair with this guy and you broke it up and he still got your keys?
Yeah, like, are you saying you don't want to ask for that back?
I feel like that husband might have wanted to ask for that back.
He even came in the house the one time and he was like, where's your husband? At work. And then it was like, where's your son? And I think she was like taking a nap.
Yeah.
And that's when she broke it off with him.
And then again, after he attacked her, they don't change them locks.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah. First of all, I was like, my dude, you're just gonna try.
Right. Right.
All right. Like, really? She broke it off with you, dude. Like, go get somebody else. I don't know, like,
right, man. I'm like, she said she the town stud. Like, go get another one.
Yeah, no, her husband definitely looked better than the town stud.
But like, I didn't even understand that. Sloppy, like, man. Is this the guy all the women want? Because I don't see it.
Also,
that's why when she said town stud, I'm looking like. The unemployed guy?
Yeah, the unemployed guy.
Is it just because he has the time? I mean, I don't understand what other reason it would be. Like, why is he the town stud?
Oh, yo, this is a side thing, but the advertising firm, right? So they advertised for some cereal that caused some problems for people. Apparently, the dye was getting in like their stool and stuff. Why is this the advertising firm's problem? I was like, they were treating it like, and they were yelling at the advertising firm like it's their fault. Like, dude, I was about to say another word. Dude, it is your product.
Yeah, then they lost the account. Like, why do they lose the account because of your product? Like,
right,
they advertising what they thought was good.
Your stuff send people to the hospital, and you're blaming them. I could not figure out this. I was watching that like, well, how is it their fault? They made a commercial for you, but your product is making people sick.
Like,
I don't understand.
Right. That's on you. Yeah. Talk to the manufacturer. Like,
and they're like, gotta fix the advertisement. I'm like, no, you need to fix the material.
No, the advertisement's not the problem.
The advertisement people needed to drop them.
Yeah,
they're like, nah, we don't
sound like we don't stand by your product no more.
Yeah,
how y'all gonna fire the advertisers? I did that.
It didn't make any sense.
I don't know. And if that was the story in the first one, Stephen King, I need you to rethink it. Okay, all right,
please.
All right. So yeah, I mean, it ain't much else to this movie. The Cujo walking around a car, slobbing on it and stuff. I feel like a lot of stuff I have to say is going to be nitpicks. So.
Okay, well, why don't we do random movie facts first, and then we can get to our nitpicks.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Stephen King said that during the time that he wrote this book, he was heavy into his drug and alcohol addiction, and he does not remember writing the book.
There we go. That's why it was an advertising firm that got messed up. Now we know.
Wow.
It all comes together now.
Absolutely.
What was he on?
All the stuff.
I don't want to know.
All the things.
I mean, if you
blended into one smoothie, I mean, sheesh.
If you came up with the idea like, hey, let's write a story about someone trapped in a car being attacked by a dog, like, and that's the story, like,
maybe you are.
Might have been high. Okay, so they use 5 Saint Bernards for this movie, and also a guy in a dog costume. I was like,
I remember. Yeah, I remember.
You know the scene with the guy in a dog costume?
No, I didn't
when
know.
He was attacking that dude's friend. That was like
the
mechanic guy's friend. Like when they did the close-ups, I'm like, that's probably somebody in a costume.
Yeah, and they even had a backup dog suit that they could put on the lab just in case they needed it. They didn't use it in the movie, but they had it.
Okay. I thought it was funny. I think it was the first scene with Cujo when he killed the mechanic's friend. And he's supposed to be growling and barking at him, right? But the Saint Bernard is sitting there wagging his tail back.
That was an editing mistake because throughout the movie they had to tape the Saint Bernard's tail down because they're happy dogs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so they're like the dogs was too excited, and so through the whole scene their tails will be wagging. So they started like taping it down so you wouldn't see that, but they missed that in editing.
Okay, because I was like, dog looks happy.
Yes, which is why for some scenes they use Rottweilers because again, Saint Bernards aren't mean dogs.
No, they're not.
Right.
That's why I was surprised it was a Saint Bernard. I was like, oh, and I was just thinking, I'm like, I don't.
Well, I guess I was supposed to give it the scary premise because it was like Saint Bernards are happy dogs. And this wouldn't normally happen.
Yeah.
But because he got rabid, that's why he's doing what he's doing.
Take the saint out of Saint Bernard.
Yeah. So
he was just Bernard.
He's just Bernard.
No one likes a Bernard.
Nobody likes a Bernard.
Okay.
Oh man, shout out to all Bernards out there.
Anybody named Bernard out there?
Yeah, right.
That's our only listener. Our only listener is named Bernard. Now,
you're like, hey, I'm out of here. I don't have to take this.
I'm sorry, Bernard. Come back. All
right. So they put dog toys in the cars in order to get the dog to attack the car. So they put toys in there. So they were like trying to get it, and that's how they got him to attack the car.
All right.
I would have thought they put some food in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it goes back to the premise of them. They're being nice dogs, so you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not attacking for some food. If you put a toy in there, I'm going nuts.
Okay, so in the book, Tad, that's the 6-year-old boy, dies of dehydration.
Yes, he does.
And Donna, that's the wife, gets rabies for fighting with Cujo.
Yep.
So anyway, Stephen King got a lot of hate mail for that ending.
What,
and he says, yeah, because you don't kill little kids. They're sacred.
That's the first thing they did in A Quiet Place.
It's a different time.
Yeah, 1983 though. That's a new game.
And that was unexpected
But even in A Quiet Place, you felt like the kid was untouchable until he wasn't.
Yeah, well, Stephen King killed a kid and a dog. No, that's something you don't do in a movie. You don't kill dogs.
Yeah, so he got a lot of hate mail for that. So that is one of the, and so he said he did regret killing Tad. So that's one of the reasons why he survives in the movie.
I felt like it made sense. I mean, the kid dying actually made sense. He's smaller.
Yeah.
And yeah, he died of dehydration in the book. It was kind of sad. That I remember being sad about that when I read it. It was like, you know, because she was trying to save him. I remember in the book she was trying to breastfeed him, but I was like, do you have milk?
Do you have anything in there?
You can't, like, once you stop, and obviously she stopped for a good 4 years.
Yeah.
I would hope so. So for the grown-ups.
So if you haven't done this in 4 years, I don't know where she thought that milk was about to come from.
I don't know. I mean, I guess she was trying, but all right, I do have a nitpick about Tad in the movie, but I guess I'll save that for the nitpicks.
Save it. Okay, so we are in nitpicks, but I want to go in the order that things happened in the movie.
Okay.
Sort of.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna start with the guy's friend who died. So Cujo's owner comes to the house looking for his friend. They're supposed to go fishing or some trash or whatever. So he finds his dead friend. And so now he's getting ready to call. What was that call? And who was he searching for in the phone book?
That's what I was saying. I was thinking that too. I was like, dude, call 911. What are you doing?
Like, he's like flipping
He's over flipping
phone.
pages in the phone book.
Like it was 91 something. What's the last number?
Call 911. Also, I have a bit of a nitpick or a question. Before his friend died, was he just throwing trash in his backyard? It looked like he was taking his trash cans and just throwing them in his backyard.
Them things was like mad over. I don't know what was going on in that scene.
What was that?
I don't know. That would be me too.
I was like, I don't. It's like, okay, is that where that's where you put your trash? Do you live next to a landfill? I'm confused.
That was confusing. I didn't know what was going on.
I was like, what in the world? No wonder the dog, man. Like, bro, what did you do? Then he runs into the house and closes the door and puts that tiny little hook in there. He's like, let me get out of here. Wait, let me put this tiny little indestructible hook out this door.
You're running from Saint Bernard, and you think a screen is gonna save you from him. I was like, why didn't you close?
I'm like, why didn't you
your
close
main
the door?
He made sure to put that hook in there, but didn't do anything else.
Dude, everybody in this movie but the husband was stupid.
Even the you said
we're gonna do it in order. We're gonna do it. Okay, I got some stuff to say about the cop. But okay,
yeah, definitely.
It's on the list. Okay, all right. So they got trapped for 3 days in his car, and she was still wearing them heels.
I thought that
ugly little shoes. She
that's
still
not
got
in
on
order.
her feet.
That's not in order, Darlene.
Okay, what's before that?
I don't know. Did you have nothing in between the first death and that?
No, you had something between the death and her arriving at the thing?
No, I don't know. I was just...
So it is in order.
Okay. Yeah, she was still wearing them heels. That was
still wearing them heels. Like, what are you doing?
First of all, you gotta run
Gucci,
from a dog. I'm taking the heels off.
So we don't get to her not running part. All right, so a few times in this movie, she gets out the car like she about to make a run for it. But instead of running, she spent a good 20 seconds standing in the circle trying to see if Cujo around. I'm like, look, if you're going to get out the car, then you start running.
Yep.
Like, what was she doing?
Get out the car,
like
close the door, run.
Like, the first time she got attacked, she just stood there and was like, let me look under the car. How about you don't do that? And do anything else but what she did.
And she saw the bat, should have went straight for the bat. Got out the car, ran straight for the bat. I mean, I don't know if I would have chanced that. maybe at some point I would have, but I probably would have been like, "Nah, I'm just staying in the car."
My last resort. Like once old Tag got mystery asthma, I would have been like, okay, we need to do something now.
He was going dumb. He was definitely going dumb.
Yeah.
I think that was supposed to be heat stroke.
That's not how he. Okay, whatever.
I know.
I don't think that's.
That's not how heat stroke works.
I think that's what they were going for.
Y'all went over the top with that one.
Nah, that was rabies. That was rabies.
The kid didn't get bit. How did the kid get rabies?
She definitely got a leg infection though. They ain't show that part.
Yeah,
like her, she got some gangrene of the leg and rabies.
Past that. Blew right past that. I'm like, okay, just put a Band-Aid on it.
Also, I don't know. Have something in your car. This is why you should carry a knife.
That was the thing. Like, y'all have a first aid kit in the car. You always got a first aid kit in the car.
1983.
That's a good point. I should put a first aid kit in my car.
I got a super duper first aid kit in my car. I can survive anything.
I do have like one in a like to go book bag. You know,
I snacks in there, but it's maybe because I be working outside and stuff. Mm-hmm. So you want to be prepared, but it's gonna be useful for all
keep
things.
A knife in your car. Also, man,
well, I got a knife.
This is why cell phones are a good thing.
I was gonna wait to the end. This movie don't happen if cell phone exists, right?
No, if cell phones exist, the movie don't happen. You call. Either she called the police or she called somebody like, "Yo, this dog is attacking the car."
Well, I don't know. The cop did show up. That was my next nitpick. How dumb was that cop? You see a car covered in blood, and he's like, "Let me go check out the barn."
You didn't
I'm like, how about we?
Before you get out of the car, you call that in. Like, yo, this car got blood on it. And then check the car. Check the car with blood on it.
He went there looking for the car. So you immediately call it in and say, look, the car's here. I want to see if she's here. The car is covered in blood. Bring me back up. He did none of that. And then the dog is attacking him. All right, you drop your little baby gun. So he got a billy club. He could have been like beating Cujo in the head with like, what is this?
I don't know, man.
He picked up a brick.
And I'm like, her car was technically missing, right?
Yeah.
That would have been the first thing you pulled in. That's the car right there.
Yeah.
You call that in.
Call it in.
Call it in. We found the missing car.
And then proceed.
Yeah. And by the way, it's covered in blood.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's blood on it. Yeah. That's a good sign for our missing person.
And then the other cop back at the house was like, oh, we haven't heard from him. And the dude's like, you haven't heard from him? It's been hours. This guy drove up there to look for a car, and you haven't heard back from him, and y'all not concerned about this? After the guy was concerned that his wife and kid was kidnapped.
Right.
And the cop that went to go look for her hasn't come back. Come on. And then when Cujo was busy eating that man's face, that was her chance to get out
of the car and run for the back. Yeah. I was thinking that. I was like, oh, this is when she get out of the car and go for the bat.
Wasn't she sleep or something?
No, she was, but she woke up when the cop started getting attacked. She was asleep when the cop arrived, and she woke up when he started getting attacked.
Yeah.
So when Cujo started dragging him off, that's your chance.
Yeah, at that point, I would have probably tried to go for the bat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because, like, I have a window. I mean, like, it's sad, but it's like, hey, he's focusing on this person he's killed.
You know what?
So
I probably would have been dead because I wouldn't have been thinking about the bat nor the dog. If dude would have got attacked, I would have just jetted down the street and just would have kept running.
That is your option, right?
You have a 4-year-old with you, Derek.
You put that boy on your shoulders and you run.
Hey, I'm running in 2 hours.
That was a small kid. That was a small kid.
Don't beat me. It's because I passed out on the side of the road of dehydration and I'm knocked out.
Yeah, because I mean, come on, Cujo wasn't about to go down the street for her.
I'm right. That's my thinking.
Probably went around that far.
Hey, man, you put that boy on your shoulders and you run.
Yeah, run it.
Also,
because he never went anywhere because that's where he lived.
Yeah,
and he was only attacking them because they were there.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
The cop showed up. He attacked him.
Yeah.
Ate him good, baby. Then he picked up that brick though and swung it at his head like it was made of styrofoam. Because he was swinging that.
Man,
that was a big brick.
With that brick, dude. That
was a big brick, though. He was just like, bang, 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 bang. I'm like, how light is this little styrofoam brick? It didn't even make no noise. I'm like, okay, what is this?
All right, so we talked about her not breaking the window to get Tad out of the car. Busy trying to open doors with no handles. Stupid. All right. So they make it so, she shoots. Oh, first of all, you shoot Cujo, right? You beat him with a bat. You stab him with this bat. You shoot him for good measure.
Yeah, I would have shot him. Like, I need to make sure he's dead. She would have shot him in there. I would have got up close, brain, shoot, because I need to make sure that he's dead.
Hey, he's dead. Okay. All right, so they in the house now, right? And so she's trying to wake Tad up. And she busy running to the sink, cupping water in her hands. I'm like, you're in a house, in a kitchen.
Yeah, put it in a cup.
First of all, get a boy no water. That's how you kill him. Don't do that.
Yeah, first, if he's not breathing, you don't put water.
Don't give him no water. But I'm like, you're in the room with towels and water while she busy cupping water in her hands.
If she was worried about him being dehydrated, why was the first thing she did was put water on his body? Did y'all notice that? She cupped it in her hand and then she spread it over his body like water is that kind of magic liquid.
It was dehydration and heat stroke. So my thing is, first of all, wet a towel, put it under his arms and behind his neck. Come on now. That's basic first aid.
Also, terrible at CPR.
I know this is...
that's the last thing.
Yeah, I know this is the 80s. But you cannot revive someone with just breaths. Well, she did no chest compressions. No chest compressions at all.
Chest compressions.
Like, what are you doing?
Did you see those breaths? She took in a breath while she was still on his mouth. I'm like, what are you doing?
Is this your CPR?
She's just like...
I don't know how that boy woke up.
Dude, that boy is definitely...
He's dead. He's dead.
He's dead. He's definitely dead.
Mm-hmm. I thought he woke up just to tell her, "Hey, you're bad at this." And then he went back.
Also,
CPR was the worst.
How long has it been since he he stopped breathing? Because he's definitely got some brain damage.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Probably why he died in the book.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Maybe she knew proper CPR and how to treat someone with
That was so idiotic. I'm like, okay, you ran into the house, right? You good?
Mm-hmm.
Don't get the water first because he's not breathing.
He's not breathing.
Maybe work on that first and then give him water after he wakes up.
You did CPR in the car.
True.
That's the first thing. You do that first.
First. Chest compressions. Chest
in addition to
compressions.
You're supposed to lean the head back and look like his head was still to the foot.
Yeah, because she lifted his chest up. I'm like,
you
no.
just make it out with the boy.
Like you need to tilt his chin upwards.
Yes.
Open up the airway.
Like, this technique is terrible. If I ever teach a CPR class, I'm going to take that clip from the movie and be like, this is what you don't do.
So here's the thing.
I'm going to make millions.
Breathing into them inflates their lungs. The chest compressions circulates their blood. So maybe...
Yes,
maybe
chest compressions.
Come on, I was like, that was the most irritating thing to me.
Yeah, that made me mad.
I was like,
that made me so mad.
What kind of CPR was this?
Oh, that's exactly how I wrote it down in my notes. It's like, what kind of CPR was that?
Yeah, I knew we couldn't miss that. I'm like, that's
man, that was. Oof. Like, man, that was bad. Maybe in the 80s they didn't make you learn these things. I don't know.
I think they did make a few strides in CPR. I think you still would have had to do some chest compressions.
Have always been there though.
Yeah,
chest compressions is nothing new.
For her to do it with no chest compressions was little. Yeah,
She was
also. Why was he on
the
table? Should have put him on the floor so she could put her body weight on his chest, break some ribs, so you could get this.
You probably will.
Yeah, you will. That's how you know you're doing it right.
Mm-hmm. You got to press hard enough.
Yeah.
Man, I remember I had to learn baby CPR, dude. I was like, I hope to God I never have to do this.
Yeah, me
it's
too.
Weird, right? Yeah.
That was weird. Cover the mouth and the nose.
Yeah, with your mouth.
2 fingers.
Yeah, the 2-finger chest compressions. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
This is doing anything. But okay.
They're going to die.
I don't think I can do CPR, man, because when I hear that sound of the ribs cracking, dude,
No, they ain't breathing, dude. I'm going. Like, I don't care if I'm breaking stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I done broke it. Once I broke, it's like they broke now. I ain't gonna put them back together.
I don't remember how many you're supposed to do now. Is it like 30?
I can't remember that either.
30.
30, and you do it to stay alive. I'm not doing the rest because we're gonna get
you get the counts.
Yeah, but just follow that beat.
Yeah.
If you're in that beat, you're doing the right number.
Yep.
Okay, don't start doing it like that. You're not gonna be like, wait, what?
You see, I be the guy carried away. Started dancing like, oh. Let me get back to it. That was a fun part of the class right there.
All right. Is that all our nitpicks?
That was my last nitpick.
No. My last nitpick is how the movie ended. What?
Ended, yes.
What?
Yeah.
They still died. Yeah. I'm assuming they still died. I'm assuming she walked out of the house, met her husband, and then fainted dead. Because what kind of ending what was that? It just said she walks out of the house, and the frame freezes, and then roll credits. What?
Yeah.
What's even weirder is like I was like casting it from Hulu, and like it literally just stopped. Like literally, just my TV was like, "Oh, you're done watching this," and I was like, "Was that really the end, or did my TV just stop?" So like I like re-uploaded, and I was like, "Oh no, that was the end." Even the TV knew like just cut.
The TV's like, "Nah, that's it. No more on this movie."
Yeah, it was weird that it just. Well, in the book,
they run up on the porch and it was just like end scene.
Yeah, that was weird. In the book, they do show like her getting treatment for rabies and all that. I don't know if we needed that, but I think we needed a little bit more than what they had.
There's something, man, like a bit of a conversation between him and her.
Yeah, something. Like does he forgive her now because she almost died, or I don't know. We needed more.
I don't know.
I mean, we had all of this background for these people, and then the movie just ended.
Yeah, and like that's why it was like that was just a waste of time to tell us all that extra, all them details. Why? Did nothing.
Yeah. It served no purpose.
Yeah. So, are we gonna rate Cujo?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna start things off after talking about all my nitpicks with the movie. Actually, I didn't have that bad of a time with it. I did laugh out loud a few times.
On parts you probably weren't supposed to laugh out loud on.
True, no, nothing in this movie was supposed to be funny. But I'm gonna rate it. I don't know. I'm gonna rate it watch while folding clothes. I would put it pure torture, but it wasn't torture for me to watch because it was just dumb. So I'll do watch while folding clothes.
I'm also gonna do. Yeah, I'm also gonna do watch by folding clothes. It is worse than watch by folding clothes, but it's not torture to watch. So yeah,
it's a low end of watch while folding clothes.
Definitely.
Yeah. Dan, did you agree with that?
I'm gonna be oddball out because I was tortured.
Okay, pure torture.
Like, this is terrible. I don't know how many times I said that during the course of the movie. Like, this is terrible.
All right. Well, I don't know, man. I'm tempted to give it a pure torture.
I don't know. Derek, were you also?
Well, I was like, it was bad, but I wouldn't say that it was that bad. Like, I probably will never watch it again.
No, I'm not.
That's why I'm like, it had to be bad. I will never. If I see it on
But
TV, I'm changing the channel and buying a new TV. How dare you allow this to play on my
I'm not sitting there. Like, if it came on TV, I'm not watching it. So I guess I gotta give it lower than watch while folding clothes because that's kind of the premise, right? Would you watch it?
I think so. I would say so. I'm not watching it.
All right, pure torture. It's Cujo.
Oh wow. Okay, that's a little harsh, but all right.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That's what we going with?
I guess so.
We're split in the middle, so it's It's 2 for pure torture, 2 for watch while folding clothes.
So whatever's in between that.
Torture me while.
Yeah, you're being tortured while folding clothes.
Folding clothes.
There you go.
Fold them faster. It's a T-shirt. You got to do the thing with the.
Hey, yo, man, I bought one of those folding things so my clothes can be all folded
Seriously?
neatly. Yeah.
You really
I
bought
got
that?
one.
Yeah, man.
I got one too.
You got one too?
I just
Yeah, my
I just
shirts
don't
are
like
folded
that.
nice and neatly now.
My clothes are always neat without the folding thing.
Yeah, they be
I can fit like 4 to 5 more shirts in my drawer.
So weird.
Well, hey, if the stores can use it, I can use it too.
That's
But
weird.
that's why I bought it. Because I'm like, when I worked at Macy's, that's how I had to fold the clothes.
Yeah. So
Doesn't that take longer?
not really. You just put it
You
up
gotta
there.
let you add it up in the
The swing of it, you put it on there, boom, 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 drawer. Easy.
You guys are weird. My drawers are always neat without that.
I would just like my folding ain't the best, but it gets the job done. Like, dang, I don't just ball them up and throw them in there.
Yeah, I feel like my drawers are organized. I got drawer organizers, but that's it.
No, I don't do that.
Nah, well, my kids do because my wife bought some stuff to do it, which is helpful. Mine, I don't. I just throw my clothes in there.
It will change your life. It's nothing like having your socks organized. Nothing like having your socks organized.
I just throw them all in the ball. And
what?
I just fold them and put them in the drawer.
Yeah, man.
But then they're all piled up together. Now they're color coordinated in a nice little row.
All my socks are white.
I just grab a pair of socks.
Yeah, just grab some socks and put them on.
I got dress socks and I got casual socks.
No.
If I'm wearing a shirt and tie, I don't care if my socks match.
They don't have to match, but that way all my white socks are together, all my blue socks are together, all my purple socks are together.
See, there's your problem right there. You got too many colors in socks.
But I know y'all just like pile your socks on top of each other.
Yeah, I like some decorative socks, but I just grab a pair.
I even got superhero socks.
Yeah,
me
too. Okay.
Got Super Mario superheroes.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I got
I just don't like them all piled up together.
Speaking of superheroes, let's talk about WandaVision.
Dang, he just like shut down our stock conversation. Okay.
Wait, tell me.
Our fans probably wanted to know.
Darlene.
Yes, it was Darlene. Yes.
Are they laid out flat? Like
no,
they're just laid out flat.
They're folded, like how you normally roll your socks. But then they're in a nice line together, so they're never on top of each other, and they're never clumped into a drawer. It's amazing.
I feel like that's too much. I just ball mine up and throw it. I take the pair, ball it up like
I fold them into each other into a nice ball and put it in the drawer.
But then they get all mixed up.
No. Pairs. You grab a ball, you got matching socks.
Yeah, that's true.
There's socks for different occasions. You just can't grab a pair of socks.
I mean, I can tell that by looking at them. I got my dress socks on one half.
But no, you have the socks you work out in.
Does anyone wear dress socks anymore? We're all at home.
Yeah, right now I don't. So they're just at the bottom of the drawer because they keep getting piled on top of. So.
See, I don't.
When I need them, I know where they are. They're in the bottom. That's my system.
I don't like it. I like them being in order.
Okay.
I can't do it. It's too much. I'm sure it looks great. I'm sure it looks amazing.
It looks amazing. Everyone,
I don't want to do that every time that I gotta fold my clothes. I'm like,
it's not hard work because then that way, a guarantee like you got to rotate your socks, so you're not always wearing the same pair of socks all the time. Right? So then your fresh socks go to the end of the line and you bring the old ones up.
I just like when it's got enough holes in it, I just throw it away. And then
I'm sorry, what?
One hole is too many. Once it has one hole is out.
No, because in the wintertime you can double them up.
You multiple holes.
Yeah, man. My floor's got snaggers, man. You just make sure when you're going over somebody's house, you don't have the ones with holes in it.
Yeah, make sure that. That's embarrassing.
You can't do that.
More embarrassing than having that big toe out.
With you, Darlene. One hole is not too many.
First of all, I don't. First of all, stop buying your socks from Walmart.
Where else am I gonna go?
These are Hanes. What are you talking about? Hanes socks.
No, you don't wear Hanes socks. Who wears Hanes?
Why are you wearing Hanes socks?
I wear whatever sock. I got some Nikes. I got some whoever make the Simpsons ones. I don't know who makes those, but they got something printed on them. I got ones with the superhero. I ain't worried about no brands. They're on my feet.
I'm just saying the brands make a difference. Nike and Adidas socks hug your feet so nicely. Like I only wear Nike and Adidas socks.
I have had those socks and they have felt good.
Oh, why are we having this conversation about socks?
Adidas.
Maybe the one we had about underwear.
And my Nike socks are the basketball dry fit socks.
I wear those to work.
They are comfortable. They are comfortable. Keep my feet from sweating and everything. I have experienced that. But when I just buy some random socks for an everyday occasion,
it makes
it they go around my feet.
Okay, you guys see Darren's face. He's mad we went on this tangent about socks.
I'm sorry, Darren.
It's good. No, we were talking a long time.
This has been a segment from 3D Rivals about socks.
I need to start putting segments in. Like I can put chapters in our stuff so people can skip to what they want to listen to.
Always look to improve.
Yeah. So okay, WandaVision episode 7.
Underwear socks.
Spoilers, of course, for episode 7 of WandaVision. If you haven't watched it,
well, she does.
She does wear socks.
They look like Hangs.
Vision don't wear socks.
Wow. So yeah, WandaVision episode 7. So this is the aftermath of her expanding the bubble or whatever. I'm sorry.
What was that?
It's my son. What do you need? It's this over here, right there, the white and blue thing. Yep, go hand it to mom. All right, cool. Like you coming?
Adorable.
All right, so that's staying in. Okay.
All I saw was a head pop.
I know. I like how his head just came from the corner, just like
he was over there for a little bit.
I dig it.
All right, so this is the aftermath of Wanda expanding the bubble. And they took it off of Modern Family and The Office. Like even the intro was kind of like The Office. What was interesting, I thought most of the intro just had Wanda's name and not Vision's.
Yep, noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. So Wanda feels guilty about the bubble. And that's where everything goes forward from here. Not a lot in this episode. Like, I mean, I guess there is a lot, but not really, because everything that happened is kind of, it wasn't like big revelations or no, right. I can't say it was a big revelation, but you figured that already, like based on the context of all the rest of the episodes, you know?
Yeah, it was revelations, but stuff we already knew. So you had like Vision, like Darcy had got stuck into the expanded bubble. Yeah. Vision snaps out of her, Wanda trance or whatever, and they are like going back home.
Yeah.
But obviously Wanda's trying to stop them. Like, why are we stopping for traffic lights in the middle of nowhere?
Like, just go around. Just go through it anyway.
Like, what is this?
I'm like, yeah, driving.
And you're not in a real city. Drive through it.
You're not gonna get a ticket.
It just didn't make sense to me why they were like stopping. And it was like, oh, it seems like she doesn't want us to get there. And I'm like, you think? The city's not that big, yet you keeping all these stoplights.
Here's the thing. Now we're gonna be getting kind of towards the end of the episode, but we can just mention it. Agnes, they brought out that she is Agatha Harkness, which a lot of people assumed. It made sense. So she's actually Agatha Harkness. Now, do you think Wanda was trying to stop him, or do you think Agatha was trying to stop him?
I say Wanda. Because I feel like the bubble is Wanda. And since Wanda lost Vision, because she figured Vision was going to come to stop her. So I think it was Wanda who's trying to stop them.
Yeah.
But doesn't
yeah.
If Vision and Cat get back to Wanda, they're supposed to be telling her trying to get her to close the bubble or get rid of the bubble or something like that? Because that's what
get rid of
yeah.
That's what Monica was trying to do.
That's what Monica was trying to do.
Yeah, I would figure
when Monica tried to do that, Agnes was like, not having this, and she got rid of her. So that's why I was like, maybe Agnes is the one stopping Vision and them from getting there, because I don't even think Wanda knows where Vision is. That's what I was thinking. Right. In the episode, she was like, if your dad doesn't want to be here, then he just doesn't want to be here. That's why I feel like she just didn't know where he was.
I agree with that.
Agatha must be trying to stop him from getting there.
So it could very well be Agnes trying to stop it. That makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know how much control she has over this, because obviously this entire thing is Wanda's powers, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess we could talk about, that's the biggest reveal of the episode. So Agnes is Agatha Harkness, and she is at least having a small influence on Wanda. Like, we don't know what her reason for doing it is, but she's definitely the one that's behind this entire thing.
Like, I think what the song was saying, that everything that has gone wrong was Agnes all along. Yeah. So basically, it's just everything that went against what Wanda had planned and set forth is because Agnes did it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's why when Wanda be like, wait, that's not how it's supposed to happen, that's because Agnes did it. Now, why she's messing with Wanda's perfect little world, we don't know. I guess that will be revealed in episode 9.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, what's your motivation?
Yeah, I don't understand why she's messing with Wanda.
There's only 2 episodes left.
She obviously wanted her to go in the basement, because like, she's looking for her kids. Like, they're probably paying in the basement. Oh, she's not going to go down there. Obviously, she wanted her to go down there.
Yeah,
so she could see what's going on. So like, okay, what's your motivation behind it? What?
So I don't know. Now, I think there's a few different things. Obviously, Wanda would have been angry when she found out that Hayward was trying to make Vision into a weapon again, which I think we called that's what he was trying to do, and they brought that out in this episode. And maybe Agatha kind of built on that on Wanda's anguish and stuff, and just kind of goaded her into making this world, or tricked her into doing it. But here's another question, because Agnes, Quicksilver, do you think she created him? One, is controlling him. So you don't think it's a real Quicksilver at all?
I don't think it's a real Quicksilver at all. No, she just created him. And I'm thinking the only reason is that guy from the X movies is just so that we can see is Pietro, but not the real Pietro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's like the only reason he is, what's his name? Evan Peters? Yeah. So like, he's not, he's purely created.
So she can just create things. So do you think she made Wanda pregnant?
I think so too. I think she is in control of the children. And because I feel like everything that Wanda can't control, they show that Agnes was behind it.
Yeah.
So it's like Wanda can't control Agnes. She can't control the twins. She can't control Pietro. She can't control Vision.
So, it seems like she's trying to get rid of Vision, though. Like, that was her purpose. Like, before I was saying, well, what was the purpose of the whole car scene last episode? But now it makes sense. She was trying to get Vision away from the house. And it seems like she was trying to get the kids. But, like, that's my question. I'm confused. Did she make them, or was she trying to get Wanda to have kids so she can get them? I don't know what her underlying plan is. That's what I'm confused about.
Yeah, it could be, because, I mean, she's aging him up.
Right, she was around each time they aged up. She was around.
Yeah,
yes.
So it must be her.
What
so, like, is she trying to age him up real fast so she can use him as, I don't know.
What if she
killed that dog, though?
Powers? That was messed up.
Yeah.
What if she needs Wanda's powers for something?
I think she does. You think she's trying to bring somebody back? Because remember, she killed the dog, and Wanda was telling her kids she couldn't bring anyone back from the dead, and Agnes was like, you can't, because the son was like, you can bring back the dead, and she was like, can you do that? You think she's trying to do that? She keeps talking about Ralph, who is nowhere to be found.
Ralph doesn't exist.
Ralph doesn't exist.
I think there's a connection with that. Because even though her son said, "Well, you brought Dad back,"
that's not the same.
He's a AI. He's not a human.
Yeah.
So it was like bringing him back is not the same.
No, not at all. So
yeah,
you think it might be
because
that?
it was like when it ended, it was like, and I killed Sparky too. So it was just like there has to be a reason of why she killed the dog.
Like that's so freaking dirty. That was dirty, but yeah, it probably ain't right. But I had a theory about Ralph being somehow connected to Evan Peters' character. Because if it's not really Evan Peters, I'm like, okay, is he supposed to be this alleged Ralph, or is Ralph really his name, or is Ralph just like accomplice or something and all this that's going on, like doing like maybe some behind the scenes dirty work for her or whatever. Because even at the cut scene when Monica was snooping around the house, Evan Peters the one that caught her. He was like, "Snooper's gonna snoop," and then it just ended. I'm like, okay, so why is he still there? Why is he still here?
Yeah, no, so I'm saying I don't know, maybe it's just a disguise for someone else. Yeah. More nefarious, I guess. Yeah, but for Ralph, I'm thinking she just made Ralph up so she could blend in. You know what I mean? Because, there are times like she got to have a husband. So then she's like, my husband Ralph, even though he's not a real person.
Okay, she's not from Westview, so how does she have a house?
Maybe it was just an empty house.
It's a nice house.
Maybe it was just empty. Times are hard. The economy is rough.
Or maybe Ralph was there.
Oh, is he in the basement? She got the boy locked up.
It might be a little torture.
Yeah. So obviously, she's the villain, one of the villains. Obviously, Hayward's a villain too, but I think she's the main villain, and we just got to figure out what her plan is. That's what I'm not so sure about, is what exactly her plan is, which I'm guessing we're going to find out in the next episode.
I don't view Hayward as being the villain.
No?
Because his only thing is that he wants to use Vision as a weapon.
That's not villainous. That's like villainous. every plot of every comic book ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I call that villain. Maybe subconscious villain. Like maybe he doesn't really see himself as a villain. He probably sees himself doing something good.
Wanda is a villain.
Yeah, Wanda is a villain.
Wanda is a villain. Like, she kidnapped thousands of people.
You see, look at her eyes when Monica came back into the house.
Right. Wanda went straight up like I kicked you out once. I'm going to do it again.
Snapped.
Yeah. Right. All right. Let's talk about Monica for a second because we skipped over that part.
Them blue eyes.
Again, this was a revelation in the episode, but we all knew that she was going to become a superhero, so it's not that surprising, I guess I should say. But going through the barrier again, first of all, they tried to get through. They spent all that time building that truck thing. Oh, yeah. It did not work.
It did not work at all.
And it was going to get turned into a minivan, and it looked like if it went all the way through. One of them old minivans with like a wood grain on the side of it. One of the ugliest minivans I've ever seen.
I knew somebody that
that's
had
what it looked like it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad had one. It was embarrassing going to school. I'm like, man, drop us off around the corner. We'll walk the rest of the way.
Yeah. So Monica walks through the barrier for a third time, which was a pretty cool scene, I have to say. I liked how they did it. It looked like they split her into different versions of herself. It was like the first time she walked through, the one where like she was in the 70s clothes of when she was already in there, the clothes she had on when she was in the hospital when her mom died, and obviously the spacesuit thing she had on. And going through a third time changed her structure enough to awaken her powers.
So what exactly are her powers? Do we know? There's some kind of absorbing impact or something like that? Is that what it is?
No. She basically has Captain Marvel's powers.
Okay. Yeah. She has all the powers.
Yeah. So she's pretty strong. But better than Captain Marvel. Because Captain Marvel's annoying. But no, like, and before anyone gets angry, like, in the comics, Captain Marvel was annoying. Like, I don't like Captain Marvel's character in the comics.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I don't either.
Yeah, so she goes by a bunch of different names, but I think they're going to call her Spectrum in this because the first thing we saw of her powers is her seeing like an electromagnetic spectrum. So I think that's probably what they're going to go with.
It doesn't matter because Marvel doesn't use superhero names.
True.
Not really.
That's true.
Yeah, besides the obvious ones. But
like
yeah,
Spider-Man
really
and Captain
Spider-Man
Marvel.
and Ant-Man.
Yeah, I'm like, that's obvious. But like...
Even Ant-Man, they don't really call him Ant-Man. Everybody calls him Scott.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, so she can be whatever they want to call her. Don't really matter. But yeah, I kind of like, oh, she has powers now. I think it's kind of interesting that she just kind of takes the fact that she's a superhero now in stride. She's just like, oh yeah, I got powers, like it ain't nothing. Like,
well, I mean, you gotta remember she did meet aliens as a 10-year-old, so
it's a little different when you're the one with alien powers now.
And her adoptive aunt gained powers.
It's a little different. You like. It's just weird, like, she just, all of a sudden, she's like, Wanda, we can go whenever you're ready. Like,
yeah,
you might want to test out these powers first.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I think she wasn't like, I'm ready to fight Wanda. I think she knew Wanda was going to attack her. Like, she has this belief that Wanda is good inside, which I'm like, hey, she is, but she a little cray-cray. You might want to back it up because you never know. She might just be like, all right, I'll take you out.
So Monica's face, Monica was ready to...
She wasn't going to attack her, and then Agnes came along.
Yeah. So what happened?
She did say, "Don't make me hurt you," though. She was like, "Don't make me hurt you."
She tried. I do want to see that fight, though. I want to see that fight. I feel like Wanda still wins, but I want to see it.
I mean, Wanda's super powerful, but I feel like can't nobody else beat Monica though.
But the thing is, I think maybe Wanda loses because Wanda's she's crazy and she doesn't know how much power she has. You know, one of those things.
That's certainly possible.
Yeah, that's all. Like honestly, that's the only reason why she loses.
Well, even at this point, they're not even going to fight each other.
Yeah, well, they're definitely going House of M. So I feel like by the end of this, we're gonna get Wanda breaking. Again, we mentioned the timeline last time. We got to figure out how they're going to explain none of this affecting Far From Home. But,
because he was far from home.
Because they're in New Jersey and no one cares about New Jersey?
Well, I mean, like, if she ends up splitting into a multiverse, which is kind of confirmed in this episode, and we'll get to that. But, if she splits everything into a multiverse and it affects Spider-Man 3, how did it not affect Spider-Man 2? That's the question.
I'm sure they thought this through, right?
It is Marvel.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to work it in something.
Yeah, Sony is the one that put 8 years later in the Spider-Man movie. And let's not forget that.
Yeah, that's true. It did do that.
Sony.
So, we'll see what happens there. A couple other things. The commercial. This is what I'm saying is confirming the multiverse. I didn't know this offhand. I had to learn about this from YouTube videos. But apparently Wanda is what they call a Nexus being, which the commercial was for Nexus antidepressants. So, what in the Nexus beings in the Marvel universe means they're an anchor for the multiverse, meaning they are the same person in all universes, apparently.
Okay. Yeah.
So they do not change.
Yeah.
At all.
So that is pointing to Wanda being a Nexus being, meaning there's definitely multiverse coming out of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like this, Darla. You have the Spider-Verse.
Darlene. Who's Darla?
It was Darlene.
Darlene.
Oh.
He said you have multiple Spider-Mans from different universes. Where when it comes to Wanda, no matter what universe she is herself. Okay. There would never be more than one Wanda.
Yeah. So this does connect to Ant-Man and the Wasp too, because apparently Kang the Conqueror is also a Nexus being, and he is the villain in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. That kind of draws a connection to that. Apparently,
and they got him cast too.
Yeah, he's cast.
The actor is cast for Kang. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's it?
I don't know who he is.
Do we know him? Oh.
Nah. I don't think I've seen him in anything.
It's not.
He's a new face?
For me?
Yeah. I think so.
Also, Jean Grey apparently is a Nexus person.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So, I wonder where they're gonna go with that. But apparently, so this little pocket thing is a different universe that she's basically created, right? With this pocket Westview. So, yeah, interesting.
But then we kind of know that already, because isn't Doctor Strange called the Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah, no, we did know it. It just made it kind of solid. Like I said, a lot of revelations in this episode, but it's all stuff that we kind of figured already, you know?
Yeah.
Except for I was wrong about Agatha Harkness actually being the villain. I didn't think she was going to be, and she is.
But they went out of their way to make her seem innocent.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, after the last episode, I was like, I don't know how you can spin it for her to being the villain, because she was broken out by Vision, and she definitely seemed like she was under Wanda's control. But apparently,
right? That I was like, that was a what do they call that in magic? Sleight of hand, where it made us believe that it was going to be one thing, and then the very next episode they showed that it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm just mad because everybody else was calling it, and I was just going against the grain. Like, no, of course not. Now I feel bad because they were right and I was wrong. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Well, they said she was in control of everything.
Do y'all feel that? Nah, I was going to say, do y'all feel that it's Wanda controlling the people, or is it Agnes?
I think it's Wanda. It's Wanda.
It's Wanda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
like I said, all the little everything that went left is Agnes, but the universe.
She's messing stuff up.
Wanda,
yeah, because remember when Monica went into the barrier, she said the first thing she heard was Wanda's voice. So it was Wanda putting everybody under control, and not.
Yeah, and she said it was all Wanda. Like, yeah. So Wanda is the one that's kidnapping people.
So was Agnes the one that was messing with the time periods through the whole thing? Because remember the milk changed, and then all the wallpaper started rolling back. Was that Agnes?
People are speculating that. I think Wanda's just losing a grip on the reality she's creating. To be honest, I don't think that's Agnes messing it up. I think Wanda's just
I think it's Wanda doing too much. Like, since she expanded everything, right? She was already tripping the episode before that, and now I feel like she's losing it, and that is why she can't keep control over everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
My theory with that was whatever Agnes is using Wanda for, I feel like she's, in a lack of better words, draining Wanda, or whatever like mental thing she's doing to her. So it was like Wanda cannot fully control it anymore. She doesn't understand why she can't, and I feel like Agnes is behind that.
That could be. I really want to know what she want to do with the kids, though. And like, she took them kids for a reason, other than just to get Wanda to the house. Because I mean, she got Wanda to the house just by walking her there. She could have did that.
Right. Yeah. It was so. I mean, at this episode, it was so obvious that Agnes was like underhanded. You know, it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna take the kids, and she was like basically winking at the camera. And it's like, even when she grabbed Wanda when she was talking to Monica. She was just like, what did I forgot what she said to Monica, but like the look she gave us, I'm like, Agnes ain't right.
She was like, you run along now, or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, my thing is like with the kids, is like it has to do something with them, because why does she wants them to age up so fast?
Right.
Because
not only because use them.
Right. Because it's like she killed the dog, but if you remember that episode, she came in with a doghouse.
Yeah. Like she's the one that sent the dog over there. Yeah. There's some stuff that needs to be answered. Which, there's only 2 episodes left.
I imagine
there's only 2 episodes left.
A lot, so.
Yeah. Now, do y'all think these are going to be an hour long? Because they said this was supposed to be a 6-hour movie.
Really hope so.
And there's only 2 episodes left. We've only had 3.5 hours.
When this last episode ended, I was like, ain't this supposed to be an hour? And it ended right when
I was gonna say, like, before I watched the episode, I checked the time. Like, I got up in the morning and I checked to see how long this episode was. I didn't even watch the episode until later, like way later in the evening. But like at 9 a.m., I said, let me see how long this episode is. And then when it was like only 37 minutes, I was like, man, they lied to us.
Watch, the very last episode is gonna be 55 minutes. So still won't be an hour.
No. Episode 8's gonna be a half hour, and then episode 9 is gonna be 2 hours long.
Now, did y'all watch the end credit scene?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I didn't catch it till after the fact, but yeah, sorry.
I didn't catch it either because I was like watching it, and I'm like, watch this be the one time I don't finish the credits. It's the one time they have an end credit scene.
Man, no, I was mad because of the villainous "Please stand by" screen that keeps showing up right when stuff gets good in the show.
Yeah,
that's why I kept watching it. I was just sitting there wondering, like just thinking. Then
I always let it play through. No. I always do.
Yeah.
Oh, do you guys think that this actual physicist is just nothing?
No, I think it's somebody. I think it's somebody.
I want to think it's somebody, but I just like, how come they haven't told us who it was yet?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't think that person gets revealed on the show. I think it gets carried on somewhere else.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
They could. I'm sure they could.
Man, no. I'm definitely being angry. Like, no, you built up this astrophysics.
I was really disappointed. It was just like major so, and I was like, a made up character.
No, they gotta tell us who it is because they're putting all this emphasis on it like it's a super. They even show pan the camera to her cell phone as she's texting this aerospace engineer. And I'm like, yo, come on. show us who it is.
But then I'm like, because you get there and you think like, oh, they're finally going to reveal who it is. And then it's just some random person. I'm like, who is this? I don't care about this person.
Yeah, that was upsetting.
It was.
But okay. So there's that. Yeah, I don't know. That's about it. It was Agatha all along. I like her theme song. It was pretty.
I did like how she got her own song.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah. I still think, I know Darlene says she thinks Pietro was created by her. I think he is a Pietro from another universe. I don't know why everyone is hung up if it's Aaron Steve, what's his name?
Aaron Taylor Thomas? Is that his name?
No.
Evan Peters?
Evan Peters, excuse me. I forgot his name. I don't know. Everyone's like, if it's Evan Peters, that means it has to be the Quicksilver from the Fox universe. And I'm like, there couldn't be one from another universe that looks like Evan Peters? I'm like, it's a multiverse. Come on. Like, it doesn't have to be that one from Fox.
From anywhere,
yeah. I think it is a Quicksilver because he still has the speed powers and stuff. Like it's weird. Like I don't think she can give someone speed powers.
I don't think neither one of them can give anyone powers.
Yeah, I think either Agnes or Wanda subconsciously brought a Quicksilver from a different dimension. Probably Agnes because she's like playing Wanda. She probably brought a Quicksilver from a different dimension and just has him in mind control. It's my theory.
Yeah, you got to be under some kind of control because he's. I don't know if he's just watching her house or something or keeping guard of it. Because like when he caught Monica snooping,
right? He was like,
was he just randomly taking a jog through the neighborhood or something?
Yeah, Snooper's gonna snoop.
Well, he was shown the whole episode. That's why I feel like that's strictly Agnes because he wasn't shown the whole episode.
Yeah, well, she's definitely controlling him because they even show that in her theme song.
Right? They show that.
Yeah, that's why he was questioning Wanda that time because I guess Agnes was trying to find out how'd you do this because she's trying to get something out of her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
find out if she can do something Agnes can't do. Obviously, like maybe she needs Wanda to do this thing.
And I think she's trying to bring somebody back. I'm thinking that's it. But we'll figure it out.
That basement area do kind of look like that. We can somebody back in.
Why don't you just go back in time and get the time stone, and then she can rewind time and get whoever she wants.
But then you have to deal with the time variance authority. Oh, there is a.
Thanos.
connection to the Loki series because apparently the Time Variance Authority monitors Nexus beings. So that means Wanda is being monitored by the Time Variance Authority, which is what the Loki series is about. So there we go. Another connection.
Yep.
Because Sword is doing whatever. Like, what y'all think Hayward doing? Getting like a really big bomb to blow up the dome?
It ain't gonna work. Whatever he's doing.
No, it's not gonna work. But he's probably gonna get himself killed.
Yeah. One nitpick, because it seems like the whole containment thing is a hexagonal prism, and that is an impossible shape. So just wanted to nitpick that.
You know what else is impossible? Creating another universe.
Yeah, true.
Everything's impossible. So therefore, everything's possible.
Also, having kids as an AI with an AI is impossible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody, like, now, Wanda can't create that. What are the kids and where are they from? We need to find that out.
Right.
AIs don't have...
right, because Wanda has said at least twice, I want to say, that she cannot create anything either.
Yeah. Well, maybe she just took one of her eggs and rearranged the molecules to become an embryo.
Oh, that doesn't work. Nope.
Oh, yeah, she needs an extra set of chromosomes.
Maybe she could just like yank them out of.
You think she stole somebody else's kids?
Yeah, maybe. So she just like.
I wouldn't put it past her.
And the guy's like, "Oh,
yeah."
That's true. She did have access to plenty of male genetics in Westview. Could have just snatched 2. That's 2 out of millions.
Explain on why the kids have powers.
Because she has.
It still
powers?
has her genetics. Yeah, I was watching somebody and they're like, if they come from Wanda, I don't understand why they have their uncle's powers. And I was like, do you not know how genetics work? She carries the same genes.
Right.
Yeah, no, they don't know how genetics
pool,
work.
Man. They can pull genes from anywhere.
Yeah, I'm like,
and her brother are twins.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean? How did they get the speed powers?
Why she had twins?
Like that person was.
All of this makes sense.
Well, they say in real life it skips the generation though.
Well, that they just say that's not necessarily true. It just depends on how the genes get arranged. Yeah, because what my wife's twin sister had a twin, not like her sister that's a twin had twins. That did not skip a generation. So, yeah, that's not a thing. So yeah, all right. That was one of it. I like it. I just want to. It's not like my top episode because it wasn't like every episode from like 3, 4, 5, and 6 was just, hey, did you see this coming? No, you didn't. But everybody saw pretty much what happened in this episode happening. So, even though I was wrong about mine.
Yeah, I feel like this episode just gave us more questions and no answers.
Yeah, there's still more questions.
I mean, I think the cutscene was kind of. Did you see this coming? Because I didn't. I mean, I don't think anybody saw that coming. Her snooping around the house and then getting caught.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah,
nobody
didn't see that coming.
I didn't see that coming at all. So I want to know what's going to happen. So we're going to start episode 8 with the fight between Pietro and Monica, because let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, he has more control over his powers than she does. Yeah. I mean, she's still experimenting, ain't she? So
yeah.
Well,
I just don't see how that can go too well for her.
But I don't know how her powers work. Also, Vision's coming back. We left that out. So Vision's heading back to the house. So he's going to be in that confrontation too.
Hopefully Darcy will as well.
Yeah.
If she ever get there, she probably on like an endless loop.
Probably a couple funeral processions came through. Then a train across concrete.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that was episode 7 of WandaVision. That's our review of that. We're going to be checking out episode 8 next week. And I have a feeling it's going to get real deep coming up. So we'll be checking that out. And in a few weeks, I guess it's going to be Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because it's only like it's a 1 week gap between these shows. So
I think it's 2 weeks.
Is it 2 week gap?
Why?
It comes out March 19th.
Yeah.
Nope, that's a 1 week gap. March 19th.
1 week.
Yeah, because You got the 26th and then the 5th is the last 2 episodes. WandaVision, you skipped the 12th and 19th. So, yeah, 1 week.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll be talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier soon. We'll see if it is as good as WandaVision.
There's 14 days between the 5th and the 19th.
Huh?
But there's 14 days between the 5th and the 19th. Isn't that 2 weeks?
There's only one Friday in between them.
Yeah, but there's 14 days between the 5th and the 19th. Isn't that 2 weeks?
Hey, so it comes out on that 14th day, which means we only missed 1 full week without a show.
13 days?
All right, we'll explain how this works, why we call it a 1 week gap.
I'm like, if somebody said I'm off work for 14 days, that's 2 weeks.
Look,
okay, but there's
the last
normally
episode of WandaVision airs on the 5th. On the 12th, which is 7 days later, there is not a new episode of anything.
Right.
Okay.
So that's your week gap.
Yes.
The week after.
Then it's like basically a whole nother week.
No.
No, because there's normally a week. You're already dealing with a 1 week gap anyway, so you don't count that. There is an extra week.
We're just going to ignore that. Okay. All
right. If you guys want to listen to us and reach out to us, we're on Facebook. It's facebook.com/3D Rivals. We're also on Gmail, or what 3drivals@gmail.com. There is that. We're on YouTube too. The link will be in our description. You can check that out. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow wherever you're listening to, watching, whatever you're doing. We appreciate it, and peace out.